You know what I wonder? I wonder, are we actually ready for an override? Overrides are evil, dude. They're just evil. An override basically it just does it, you know. I'll show you what I mean. See this right here? I'll zoom on the texture. Okay, so I'm zooming on the texture of it. So you see it like that, right? This is this just makes me cry, dude, in a way. In a way it does. It really does. It actually makes me cry in a different way. You hate to be emotional at times, you know. That's another thing. You hate to be emotional. But this is actually going to be really emotional, dude. See that right there? I'm going to show you a lot of things, okay? So just pay attention. See this right here? Okay. So just keep following, right? This is like I don't know what this is. Just so wow. Here's a little hint. This is just like a hint. This is just like a tiny hint right here, okay? So this one right here, there's two of them. Goodness, hold on. See, horse keeps doing it because it's pretty emotional. Here's one. See this one right here? It feels like you're being raped, dude. It really does. It feels like you're being like, I wouldn't say like raped, but it feels like you're being like your brain's being harvested. You know what I'm saying? Like your brain's being harvested. You're being harvested. This one right here, see this spot? Oh gosh, dang it. Dang it, man. Sit there. This one here. You have to also put the concept that they're all right here, and you can't do anything. See what I'm saying? They're all right there, and you can't do anything. That's the concept that adds to it too. That's good. That is good. See down below? That's crazy because it's like they're not even doing like what they're doing is they're not doing a 100%. See what I'm saying? They're not doing like 100%, but they have a smirk. And they got that. They don't want to do 100% too, I think, because of cash flow, you know, like flow of cash. It's another reason they don't want to do that. That looks pretty bad. See, if you were to reverse that up, it would look like sucky, you know. That's pretty bad right there. So yeah, it's you can feel the emotion. You can just feel the emotion. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the emotion. The emotion's what you fear. You know what I mean? It's what you fear. It's what you fear, dude. Okay, let's go. We gotta try and add one more, maybe. We'll try and just add one more. That one's good enough. See this one right here? That one. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. It's right by this stuff. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, what does all that even mean, you know? What's like the meaning behind that, okay? Notice how we got a nasty thing right there too. Rub, rub. We got a nasty thing right there. Okay. So what's the meaning? I don't like how that looks like a shoe. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will not like how that looks like a shoe. We got to work hard to find the shoe, though, people. I'm telling you, we got to work hard to find the shoe. The shoe is just not like the shoe is the shoe. Okay, hold on. Done. I'll try one more thing, just because I just want you to. I want you to get it. I want you to get the idea behind it. Connection, gosh. Connection. I don't like this connection up here because, like, sometimes you'd pay attention to that as, like, legs, but it's a disgusting way to pay attention to it. Is to say with connection that feels like a seam. That definitely makes sense. So seams always make sense. The reason a seam always makes sense is the legs right here. And then you have the seam. Because females do things they shouldn't do. Males do things they shouldn't do. That's kind of like the idea behind that. There was also an overpresence. I'll show you where the overpresence is. Overpresence is crazy. I hate the overpresence one. That's why I want to show you it. I want you to see what overpresence is. Because it wants you to focus on this. See, it wants you to focus on this. But overpresence, we have to ignore overpresence. The reason we try to ignore overpresence is we want to see the blotch. Okay, so we want to see this blotch. Here's kind of an idea of this blotch right here. These blotches, there is one blotch that is like, there's a blotch. Crazy, right? Human stuff. That's creepy. Gosh, that is creepy. Human stuff is always pretty creepy, especially when they show you like the figure of a whole entire human, like a whole entire human with a figure. But okay, so blotches. Just look at our angry. See this angry one right here? I really hate that one because I'm like, I can't really jump to a conclusion on that one. But I can say the way that they made it look odd, that they made that angry face look odd, that's a good hint. You know what I'm saying? That's a hint. But okay, a blotch is so mean, dude. See, this is a different color. Blotch has a feel, and it can make you stare at stuff. This blotch right here, this could be important. And it seems like it's important. Creature is like, oh my gosh, creature is so cool. Creature blends. You know what I'm saying? It blends like it has a gameplay. Its gameplay element, the element behind its gameplay and all that, is it reaches to somebody that you wouldn't believe it reaches to. It reaches to Americans. See what I'm saying? It reaches to Americans. So there's a whole idea behind using different colors, just using different colors. So you feel so much emotion right now, you know what I'm saying? You just feel emotion on how is it like it's just showing this stuff. I know it's showing this stuff because I can do this to you. I can cut this off. My stupid horse. I can cut this off. It's not a horse. There's no way that's a horse. I can cut this off. Okay, so I'll cut this off. And you can see like a face. See how you can see that face? You can see a whole entire face here. So that's why we're cutting that off. Try not to think Fierce Deity also. I know like Fierce Deity Zelda Link, like how it links a Fierce Deity Link. Right now, try not think about that. I have a reason of not trying to think of that right now. There's a whole reason behind that. This spot up here, see how that's a spot up there? That's just what's so creepy, is that, see, look at, but let's go back down. See, now it's there. Now it's there. That's the stuff you want to pay attention to. There's a reason you want to pay attention to stuff. All right, this right here, see this? Okay, smile is so easy. Now, smile really ticks off a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Smile can tick off a bunch of people, okay? That's the whole point behind smile. But guess what? That smile thing there could be something else. Isn't that crazy? Could be something else. But smile, you know, they've done like a repetitive pattern of smirk. See what I'm saying? They've done a repetitive pattern of smirk, frown. You know, they've done repetitive stuff like that. They've done it so much to people that that's funny. You know what I mean? They've made people think like they know something. That's the whole idea. They make people feel like they know something. Now, why is it hard to accept something? Okay, why is it really hard to accept something? Okay, why does that idea even happen? Right? Why is there this idea? It's like why is it so hard? You know, why is there an idea of this even happening? You know, why is there like just the idea of like, you know, giving you a new hobby, giving you something new, you know, that's another thing. Like I've had to learn that over time myself, you know, over time I've had to learn that myself, of like getting a hobby or getting an interest or getting something new. Look at how our horse is just glitched into the tree. Piece of crap. That's not funny. See, that's not funny. I wonder. Yeah. See, that's not funny. That's creepy. That is actually creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. Oh my gosh, that is creepy. It's playing little water game because it knows what I know. It knows what I know about trees. Look how it looks. The worst part is it looks kind of sexual. You know, that's probably the worst problem with it. It's a little bit sexual. I was trying to look at the background. I want to look at the background. Why this is even a thing. You never know. Yeah, you can make glitches happen on purpose. Yes, you can. Idea of side. See, here's an idea of side. Could legs get to side? Yes, legs could definitely get to side. Okay. Shadow Colossus is pretty. What makes it actually say it's pretty, or makes it say that it's like heaven or any of that, is the prettiest thing about Shadow of Colossus is it's using a different art style. There's another example. See that right there? That's another example. It's just another example of imagine distance, right? But also imagine body parts. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like legs sitting on top of something it shouldn't be sitting on top of, you know? So there's that whole idea right there. They keep showing bump. See this? They keep showing bump to show you how creepy bump is. Because if they keep showing you bump, okay, so if they put bump up here, they show you bump. They're playing games with you because what they can do is they can show you bump. Okay, so I can show you bump. Here's another inside face example of inside like that. But if I can keep showing you bump, so I can keep showing you bump again, bump again, bump again, and then I can make a face out of it. But I don't have to show you the right face. See what I'm saying? I do not have to show you the right face, but I can show you. You can rewind back if you want to check the bump thing. This one right here. It's another melons. Melons example. Yeah, melons example hiding behind the tree is very creepy. It is very creepy. They've done a hide principle. So this game has this hide principle. And I don't think this is the best example to show it, you know? See that? Look, if you float down, so you float down and you look at that thing again. Females should know. You know, they should get kind of an idea. Looking in the mirror or something like that, you know. So you should get an idea behind that. I'm not really like a fan of this little tiny one right here. See that these two little tiny dots right there? Not a fan of those. See this one right here? This is crazy good. I think this is really crazy good. This is crazy good right here. This one's crazy good. This is like an example of how crazy it can be. That one's really crazy. With a face. That's pretty crazy. And that's so messed. See, that's what I mean, different art style. Not just that they show you legs all the time. See, that's the whole point. Another whole point is I'm going to show you legs. I'm going to show you all the different ideas with legs. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you different examples of legs. So you don't think about creature. See, I'm going to keep showing you like legs. So we're still on legs, you know. But they can they're showing you that there's a different art style. I believe the game's supposed to be based around, you know, the game's supposed to be based around that. It's supposed to be based around combining two, which is creepy, you know, having an art style, you know, and then having a new art style. See, having a new art style, but, you know, combining it. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's cool. I really want to just see melons when it does stuff like that. Oh my gosh, did you see that? What the crap, dude? Yeah. Look at that. See, that's why it feels so odd. It feels odd how it does that. It's supposed to feel odd, you know? It's supposed to feel like it's flying. Bra is... Bra... Melons... These... Wow, see, like when we lifted it up enough, we had to lift it up enough, but then we were able to get a connection. We have to lift it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm into that one. I think I'm into this one right here. This one's just an angry face, you know? But it does have a connection. That's the cool thing. So the angry face does have a connection. But I'm into this one because of, you know, there's the look of being shocked, right? Like imagine you're seeing a face, and rather than it just being sad or traumatized, it's a little bit shocked to be captured. So that's what that's trying to portray right there. It's trying to show you that faces just can have that. We like looking at that one because tongue, all kinds of things. We definitely like looking at this one because of the drip. There's that little drip of the separation for tail. So that's why we like looking at that one. Pretty emotional. Two legs entering a mouth, see? Two legs entering a mouth. Wow. Can you really top two legs entering a mouth? I don't think so. That's a really hard one to top, but two legs, dangling from a mouth. I don't know if that can really be. That's pretty creepy, and, topping that, I don't know. Two legs hanging out of a mouth. Pretty hard to top that. A little spooked. Yeah, I'm spooked. I keep talking about sad eye. See, I have to talk about sad eye again and again. Because as soon as sad eye, look at how this is like a body with legs. There's sad eye. The bright happy, see, that bright happy, see how happy that thing looks? I'm digging that. I'm digging that because it's so happy. When it's like really happy, it's like, oh, come on, it's like, come on, you can't be that happy. Sad. See the sad right here? There's that sad. And that's what the texture feels crazy. See, so it's showing you sad here, but it's showing you like the texture feeling a little different on that one. So having two same things, having one look different. Tiny eye. See, this is another example. Tiny eye is pretty crazy. See how crazy tiny eye can be? Tiny eye is also next to this. And that's pretty messed up for tiny eye just to be like right there. Cream. Some cream up there. Nasty. Oh, look, the cream went away. See, cream went away. Gosh, connection. Mewtwo has a lot of connections, But connection, ew, it's like leg connecting. It's like legs being connected. Wow. And that looks like a mouth kind of too, See, it looks like a mouth. But that's like legs being connected together. So a lot of these come off as also distractions too. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them come as distractions. Because the ones that really, really matter, like the ones that really, really, really matter, they will basically say to you, I matter, I've seen this thing twice. Okay, I've seen this thing twice. Not once. I've seen this thing twice. Look at the energy behind that face. This one down here. Just way too much energy, So I do have thoughts of that one because it just has a lot of energy. This one kind of has energy up here. But just has like a lot of energy. I like how awkward this one looks. See this one right here? This one just looks awkward. Kind of below it too, it has an awkward one. Also looks like floating legs. So that one's a little bit awkward. See, it's showing you how legs flying. It's just showing you like an example of like a leg flying. But awkward faces, yeah, I'm into the. You can tell I'm into the awkward face stuff. See, look at that bean all the way up there. That is awkward too. Awkward's scary also because the more awkward you make it, the more awkward you make it, you just are like, okay, what is that? The art of making something awkward is definitely what gets to people. Don't give me your silly whooper jokes either with that one up there. That was I know that there's the whole idea behind the whooper stuff, but sometimes you gotta discipline yourself too. That's another thing I hate doing, but yes, you do have to discipline yourself a little bit. If you don't discipline yourself, man, that's a hard one too. You gotta discipline yourself. There's certain things they don't want you to see. So they don't want you to see something. They're going to try and find some way for you not to see it, okay? They're going to try their best. They're going to use a lot of powerful things also in front of you. I've gotten to this point because the reason I've gotten to this point is I took some time on Creature. I took a lot of time on Creature. I had to first I had to have the idea in my head, I just had to have the idea that I was going to be like, oh, okay, is there anything I could do behind Creature? So I had to have that idea. Then once I've got that idea, it takes a bit. But like once I had the idea of just like the animation, the speed, and then seeing stuff and then seeing something again, seeing something again. I don't even remember some of the bodies, by the way. Some of the bodies I don't really remember, and that looks like a body connected. So it's like it moves fast, and when it moves fast, you're only paying attention to certain bodies. You're not really like paying attention to every body. Okay. Let's go. Brain food. I'll try with this one. This tree set. We might not get anything from this tree set, though. Seeing the foot again, right? Seeing the leg and the foot again as a smiley face. Okay. Oh man, I like how that moves. That was kind of moving. Yeah, it's okay movement. It's all right. We're into love, also. That's the thing. We want to find love as much as we want to find like. It's going to keep showing you too. See this up here? It's going to keep showing you like legs flying. I often think sometimes they try to use the cartoon angle. Okay, so they try to use the angle of a cartoon. Because people are like, oh, it's just a cartoon, Kind of looking like a pair of shorts right over here. This one's like an upside down body. Like if a female was upside down. Oh yeah, and you have your favorite character. See what I'm saying? You have your favorite deleted character. Remember, that's another thing you need to think about. Oh, your favorite deleted Colossus. Okay, but see, that's what I'm saying. They're like, that's your favorite deleted Colossus. So they're trying to get you, back to the glove, or like back to like the spot. That's a problem. That's a good example of a problem. This one right here up here is kind of cool to look at. But that's a big problem. A big problem is that they added all those deleted pictures. And all those deleted pictures were crazy. And that was really messed up to do that. Another messed up thing about that is, just, making the idea behind it, right? Because we don't want to make necessarily like, what I'm saying? We don't want to make an idea. We don't want to make a whole entire idea on that. Big booty's been worked on quite a bit too, by the way. The big booty concept, that's been a concept that's been worked on. But it's so odd. Just a very odd concept. But yeah, they've worked on it. How else do you make like legs move? Many different ways you can make legs move. But you want to make the legs move, you want to make when you make them move, you want to make them have a feeling. That's what they worked with. They're like, we want to make it have a feeling. Yeah, they're very. I look at kind of like they're also. They make so many video games, They make rated T, rated M, rated E game, right? But I look at it like they're working with like different platforms, and they're seeing what they can do, Like they're seeing like, okay, this guy made all this concept. Now here's another guy that's going to make, all that concept is going to make a different concept. I wonder if this often gives you an idea of awkward. This one right here gives you an idea of awkward. I wonder about that. Just making it very awkward. Kind of funny to look at our emojis and then we see this one right here. We look at our emojis and then we see that. It's just so silly, dude. Man, that is silly. Notice how I almost cursed. It's pretty silly. I ain't gonna curse. This wall. I hate seeing this one because every time I use melon concept, but even if I use melon concept, I try not to use it too much because like this is looking like a hill and this is looking like a foot down. Yeah, I'm sorry if you like Mew. Sorry about that if you like Mew. You should still like Mew though, you know what I'm saying? You should still like Mew. I'm sorry if you like Mew. Sorry. No, that's pretty cool. I want to see the right faces also, because if you see like the right faces, if you see the right ones, then you just shut up. You're just like, oh, okay. I enjoy seeing the right faces so much. That kind of feels almost like we're getting there. See this one right here? This face feels like we're getting there. It's when you see the faces, they're not even supposed to, like, they just feel, they have a feeling, and the feeling that they have is like, what are you doing in this game? You know, that's the feeling the faces normally have. I try to remember that all the time, that there's these faces that they're like, I'm not supposed to be in this game, but here I am. That's the energy behind the face. How do you think I got to the Knuckles thing? Man, I got to the Knuckles thing by careful research. I almost gave up too, because I was like, oh man, next Netflix shows. Is that that's okay. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Colors can kind of kill the mood with it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like colors and shades. I like that one up there. See that one up there? I like that one because we can cut it out. We can look at that one, or we can just cut it out and look at it like a basic smiley face. I think that one has been so... I'm mad because that could end up... See how that looks like a basic smiley face? That could be something. A basic smiley face. It could be. It could be. It's just the emotional stuff beforehand. Chair. See, legs, chair. Wanderer floating in air, sitting and floating in air. Chair, flying chair. There's been examples of horror movies and all kinds of ways they've done with flying chairs. See, he's a movie person. There's a hand. Here's our hand arm, right? Oh, shiver, shiver, shiver. Shiver, shiver, shiver. See what I'm saying? Shiver, shiver, shiver. And what I mean by shiver, 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 that's a cool connection, little idea up there. But what I mean by shiver, shiver, shiver is like, oh, shiver, 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 video game people, because people would be like, oh, it's a video game character, it's a Nintendo character or something. They'd be like that. But I'm like, shiver, 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 the actual creepy idea. Shiver, shiver, shiver. See, that's like legs walking slowly. So, up there. But yeah, every time like Nintendo makes a new character or something, Nintendo could be easily laughing at you when they're making a new character. They could be really laughing at you. They could be like, stupid idiot cartoon character. Like they could be like saying, oh, we're making a cartoon character. Us here at Nintendo, we're making you a cartoon character. And really, it's an abomination. It's a complete abomination. But we're making it, We're making a cartoon character for you. If Nintendo gets pushed enough, dude, I don't know what's going to happen if Nintendo gets pushed enough. If Nintendo gets constantly pushed, and then they get pushed again, that's something creepy, I'll tell you too. If Nintendo gets pushed and then pushed again, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. Look at the spot of that. See the spot behind that? It's a crazy spot. Let's not add all the textures, right? But let's have a spot. You know what I'm saying? Let's not add the textures, but we can add a spot. Show how easy it is to draw stuff like that. That's what I feel with that. For crying out loud. The arm, like a foot being attached to an arm concept. Wow. Just wow. So it's like shiver, 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 shiver. You know, it's like shiver, shiver. Maybe people should have gotten the idea of Joker. See, we got another 3. Here's a 1, 2, 3. But yeah, that the art is so cool, dude. The art is cool. That's why there's a drive to find creature. The art's cool. But yeah, Shiver, Joker. Try and ask somebody about Joker sometime. Other than just me. Try and ask them about Joker. See what they think of Joker. You know? Ask them what they think of Joker. Okay. I'm about. See this one right here? Look at that. Look at those nasty feet. See those feet? That looks pretty good, feet and leg-wise. That looks pretty good. You know, oh gosh, seeing that again. See, high leg, right? High leg. I don't know which female, real human female to tell you when it comes to high legs and all that. You know, I don't know which one I could tell you really, but you can kind of get a picture, an idea. And that's why I was like looking at the line. Okay. So I was like looking at the line, how easy it is for them to take a thin line. Okay. So they take a thin line, and then if they want to add a hole, you know, if they want a hole on their thin line, they can do that. See, we're patient on melons at times. There's times where we're patient on melons. Big Man, the question behind Big Man too, like if there's a question by Big Man, pregnancy, all kinds of stuff, but there's a question behind Big Man, it would be like seeing Big Man would be pretty cool to see. You know what I'm saying? It'd be really cool to see. Not the Big Man you know in Splatoon, but you know what I'm saying? Like to see the secret behind Big Man. Cool. I'm into that. Yeah, I'm into that. They're meant to make me look crazy too, guys. So get that. They're meant to make me look crazy. Here, up here, see up here, idea of creature. Creature has some crazy ideas. I say that creature appeals to Americans mostly because, you know, what's the thing that Americans like a lot? They like cryptids, you know. So I say, like, when it comes to like a TCG market, that's what it is. Man, when I get smart, sometimes it gets crazy, dude. There's this. We can pay attention to that. We can pay attention to that. Shorts and everything. We can pay attention to that. Yeah, isn't it so messed up when they just when they show a pair of shorts? Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Just to be like, okay, whatever, this is a mountain and we put a pair of shorts on it. Yeah. It's traumatizing. It's traumatizing what they do. They love the fact of hiding stuff, you know. They love it. They're like, oh my gosh. Shiver fry, French fries. How many people do you know like French fries? You probably know a lot of people that like French fries, don't you? Yeah, you know a ton of people that like French fries. What the heck is this? If it came to any potatoes, I'd be a fan of. Yeah, what the heck is this? Our hooded characters, right? Let's go with Garium for now. No, I see. I'm going to say something to you. This kind of creeps me out, this little circle. Yeah, it creeps me out a little bit. Let's go to Garium. There are moments when I think about that too. There's moments when I think about I'm like, because Garium's amazing. There are some moments where I'm like, oh man, they're going to use Garium. I always wondered what Banjo-Tooie's whole point was. See, this has kind of an idea of what Banjo-Tooie stuff. Snorlax people also be talking, right? But like Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Tooie just did it really good. Can't do everything good, you know what I mean? You can't do everything good. You can try, but to do everything good, can't do it always good. I feel like that's a missed thing too if you're reviewing a game, or if you're actually trying to review a video game, a movie, TV show. You gotta make sure it gets there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure it gets there. Oh man, bump. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Let's see, bump. Wow. Okay, bump. I didn't feel like I was, having a conclusion either. That was another thing. I didn't feel like I was having a good conclusion. You know what I mean? Because that looks like a butt. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm having always a good conclusion overall, like for the secret. I'm not having like a great conclusion, Because a great conclusion... Man, a perfect conclusion will make sense, I dig the texture of that one. That's good texture. Trying to look at the other ones. That's good texture. People who tell you they know graphics are so stupid, dude. I'm telling you, those are the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. That's going to make you laugh. Think about anybody that you... anybody that starts to tell you about all the graphics or any of that, man, oh my gosh, they need to shut up. They really need to shut up. to give the idea to the person too that they don't need to do anything, and I hate that. That's pretty creepy. Giving the idea to somebody that you don't need to do anything, like that. There's a lot of annoying people like that, because there's a ton of annoying people like that. It's like, no, you kind of need to do something. Be very respectful if you did something. Look at this one right here. See, it's like tiny, and then it's a tiny little. It's like a tiny little body with attached to a big thing. That's definitely worth a pay attention. Okay, 50 minutes of this. Okay, let's take a little bit of a rest. Right, let's take a little bit of a rest. Seriously, that funny thing that I said to you, I mean it wholeheartedly. Try to be like seeing a person, okay? And I like just the feel of that. That's a good feel right there. See how that one's moving. That one's moving. I like the feel of that. Yeah, but like when they try to tell you something or they're like saying something, just remember they're a company, okay? So anything that's a big, giant company, okay? Anything that's a giant company is going to be like that, That's just what big companies do. I don't know. It's just their drive, They literally, if another company's paying the money, you know what I'm saying? If another company's paying the money, they're gonna be like, "That's our drive," So if a big video game company is deciding to pay that video game company some money, there's people that are having second opinions on stuff. There's a lot of things you should have second opinions on. Okay, am I done? That's why I'm going to go to my tier list, and eventually I'm going to show you my reasons behind video game reviews. But you got to go by tier lists. People have not been seeing, like, the orientation. That's what irritates me. People not seeing the orientation of things. And when they're not seeing the orientation of things, gosh, see, human bodies aren't hard to put into video games. See that? Not really hard to put in a video game. I might like this one right up here. This one up here, I might like this one. Demi Kids is so cool, dude. Oh my gosh, Demi Kids is cool. Demi Kids makes you think a little bit. Gives you a little bit of a thought. Demi Kids, I felt like that's when they were trying to do something, I felt like when they brought Demi Kids out, they were actually, saying, "Hey, we're still here, guys," Is it a pause? I just can't. If we were able to see some Demi Kid stuff, I'll try one more time. Right? Try one more time. I hate this one. That one I kind of hate too. I hate that one because that one kind of makes me think a little bit. See, this one up here makes me think. Creature, creature, creature. You know which one I do hate? I do hate the one we all hate. See what I'm saying? The one we all hate. That's a different thing to say. The one we all hate. That's pretty cool looking. But the one that we all hate is the one that's talks about personal stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the one we hate. We hate the one that talks personal, because when it talks personal, then that's when we begin to hate it. It's kind of cool looking right there, but like the personal one is jeez, with the personal one, man. The personal one gives people it hurts everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's look, we got another silly smiley face. See that? Another silly smiley face. We have to have a creepy, silly smile face right next to the thing I'm about to show you. Of course we do. Yes, we do. Oh my gosh, you know the deleted Colossus? I do not like the deleted Colossus. I don't like how the deleted Colossus is kind of like a thing making people a little bit dumb. Because you can see how smart I am when I point to stuff like up here. I do not like the deleted Colossus, dude. I feel like it's like the artwork's okay, it's good and everything, but like I'm like, they're not letting me see the stuff I want to see. You know? They're not letting me see it. They're being weird. They're being a bit of a weirdo. A little flash up there. You can rewind back for that. Yep, there it is. It's right there again. See, this is kind of stuff that's right here. This kind of stuff that we're not a fan of. We know we're not a fan of. We're not a fan of conjoin. You know, we're not a fan of conjoin if you know what creature I'm talking about on our earth that conjoins. We're not a fan of that creature. See what I'm saying? People are not a fan of that creature. Are we done? Has anybody ever seen a conjoined spider, by the way? I don't know. I don't know if anybody's seen a conjoined spider. You never know. They always find something new on this planet, right? Who the heck went out and saw a lizard that could shoot poison out of its mouth? Right? Okay. Whoop-de-doo will come back, right? Whoop-de-doo. We like to stay here, though, you know, that's the thing. We like to stay here. This little one right here. These little ones right here. See them? They're conjoined. Look at them. That's creepy. They're conjoined, but they're like a sway, you know? Like if a pair of legs were to sway in air, you know? So here's some faces conjoined. What if we're seeing it right now? See what I'm saying? So what if we're seeing it right now? What if we're seeing these little annoying faces? What if we are seeing them? Swing, you know. They also do the, like, people like to pay attention to stuff like that. But I actually like to pay attention to the little happy faces that are swinging back and forth conjoined. Yeah. You know why? Look what's above them. Melons are above them. Happy melons.